Did you know that research shows over 20 of people in committed relationships admit to emotional or physical infidelity at some point in their lives? What's even more surprising is that there are often clear signs when someone is about to cheat. Subtle shifts in behaviors that, if recognized, can help you address the problem before it's too late. Hi and welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a delicate yet crucial topic: the behaviors a woman might exhibit when she's contemplating infidelity. This isn't about blaming or stereotyping. This is about awareness, communication, and understanding. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer picture of the emotional and psychological cues to look out for, backed by research and relatable scenarios. Let's get started. Before we get into the signs, let's explore why people cheat. Studies reveal that infidelity is rarely just about physical attraction. It's often driven by unmet emotional needs, feelings of neglect, or a desire for novelty. According to Dr. Shirley Glass, one of the leading researchers on infidelity, emotional disconnection is one of the biggest predictors of cheating. If someone feels unappreciated or unloved, they may seek validation outside the relationship. In relationships, trust is the foundation, but subtle behavioral changes can sometimes signal deeper issues. Increased secrecy, particularly regarding phones or social media, is a behavior worth exploring, not with accusation but with understanding. Let's break this down. If someone who previously left their phone unattended now insists on keeping it close, answers calls in private, or frequently changes passwords, it might raise a red flag. The key here is not to jump to conclusions but to notice patterns. Has her behavior shifted suddenly, or is it consistent with her personality? Some people naturally value privacy more than others, and personal space in a relationship is healthy. But if secrecy feels like a departure from the norm, it could hint at underlying discomfort, stress, or even a loss of trust. Psychologically, secrecy in relationships often stems from one of two places: protection or avoidance. She may be shielding something to protect you, perhaps a surprise or a difficult situation she isn't ready to discuss. Alternatively, avoidance could suggest feelings of guilt or fear, often linked to dishonesty. The good news: these behaviors don't always signify betrayal. Life circumstances, work pressures, or emotional struggles could also play a role. The best antidote to doubt is communication. Instead of assuming the worst, initiate an open, judgment-free conversation. Use I statements like, "I've noticed you've been more private lately. Is everything okay?" This approach invites dialogue rather than defensiveness. Relationships thrive on mutual respect and transparency. Increased secrecy doesn't always mean something negative, but it's a cue to pause, observe, and connect. By choosing curiosity over criticism, you not only safeguard the relationship, but also foster deeper trust and understanding. After all, every relationship is a journey, and open conversations are the compass that keeps you on course. 2. Sudden changes in appearance or routine. Have you noticed she's suddenly putting more effort into her appearance or spending more time out with friends? While self-care and socializing are healthy habits, unexpected and unexplained shifts in these behaviors can sometimes hint at deeper changes. Human behavior is often shaped by subconscious motivations, and trying to impress someone new is a common one. Let's dig a little deeper. Imagine this. Her usual routine involves cozy nights and minimal fuss about her looks. But suddenly she's experimenting with bold outfits, trying new hairstyles, or dedicating extra time to her skincare routine. At the same time, she's becoming more socially active, attending events or meeting friends more often. While this could simply signal a personal glow-up or a drive to expand her social circle, the timing and context matter. Psychologists suggest that when people find someone intriguing, they often unconsciously elevate their grooming and social habits. It's part of the age-old dance of attraction, appearing more desirable to capture attention. This isn't to say every change signals romantic interest in someone else. It could just as easily reflect a renewed focus on self-esteem or personal growth. But how can you tell the difference? Communication is key. Instead of jumping to conclusions, approach the topic with curiosity. Psychologists suggest that when people find someone intriguing, they often unconsciously elevate their grooming and social habits. It's part of the age-old dance of attraction, appearing more desirable to capture attention. This isn't to say every change signals romantic interest in someone else. It could just as easily reflect a renewed focus on self-esteem or personal growth. But how can you tell the difference? Communication is key. Instead of jumping to conclusions, approach the topic with curiosity and openness. Ask her what's sparking this new enthusiasm. Perhaps it's a new job, a fun hobby, or simply wanting to feel her best. If trust is present in the relationship, her answers will likely clarify things. Ultimately, whether she's impressing someone new or reclaiming her confidence, changes in behavior are often a doorway to understanding someone better. Keep the dialogue alive and focus on celebrating her growth, whatever the cause. After all, evolution is what keeps life and relationships. Example, if she used to go out once a week, but now is 4 times a week, that's a 300 increase in her social outings. Worth asking about. 3. Emotional distance and reduced intimacy. Emotional withdrawal is a subtle yet powerful red flag in relationships, often signaling deeper issues brewing beneath the surface. Imagine once having someone who leaned into your stories, asked questions about your day, and shared in your triumphs. Now, it feels like a wall has emerged, unseen, palpable. When she starts seeming less interested in your life, it's not just a matter of reduced attention, it's a sign of emotional disengagement. This might show up as avoiding meaningful conversations, giving vague or disinterested responses, or shying away from physical or verbal affection, as if the warmth in her interactions has been replaced by a cool distance. She may smile less, hug less tightly, or avoid eye contact during moments that used to feel intimate. The reasons for emotional withdrawal can vary: stress, unresolved conflicts, or even doubts about the relationship. It's not always about losing feelings. Sometimes it's a defense mechanism. Understanding this shift is crucial. Instead of jumping to conclusions, approach the situation with empathy. Open up a safe space for dialogue by expressing your observations and feelings without blame. Emotional withdrawal isn't an ending. It's often a cue for necessary reflection, healing, or reconnection. Example: a man tries to hug his partner, but she shrugs him off and says she's tired. The scene fades to the man sitting alone, looking worried. If you notice these signs, don't jump to conclusions. Cheating is a sensitive topic, and accusations can do more harm than good. Here's what you can do instead. Communicate openly. Share your feelings without placing blame. Spend quality time together and address unmet needs. Seek professional help. A therapist can provide guidance and tools to strengthen your bond. 4. The importance of trust and prevention. Building a strong foundation of trust is key to preventing infidelity in any relationship. Trust isn't just something that happens overnight. It's something that must be nurtured daily. A relationship rooted in trust allows both partners to feel secure, valued, and respected, which makes the temptation of infidelity less appealing. One of the most effective ways to strengthen this foundation is by regularly checking in with each other about the state of your relationship. This means having open, honest conversations about feelings, needs, and concerns, no matter how uncomfortable it may seem. Communication is the bedrock of any strong relationship. Expressing appreciation for each other is another vital piece. A simple thank you or acknowledging your partner's efforts can go a long way in making them feel loved and seen. Over time, this kind of positivity can foster a deeper emotional connection that becomes harder to break. Lastly, keeping the spark alive is essential. Relationships, especially long-term ones, can fall into routine, but intentionally making time for fun activities, romantic gestures, or spontaneous adventures can reignite the passion. Whether it's planning a surprise date or simply taking time to laugh together, these moments of connection remind you both why you fell in love in the first place. Example: a couple laughs together while cooking dinner, showing how small moments can strengthen a relationship. And that's it. Watch for these signs, stay alert, and prioritize open communication in your relationships. Stay strong,